Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Red Dead Redemption 2 video, I'm going to be showing you guys how you can get the best horses in the game and also for free and where they're located and so much more. Because there's a lot of different aspects of the horses that make them rare or valuable or unique. So there's three new main ways to acquire a horse in game. You can find them in the wild, they can be ambient, which you might find hitched in towns, which you can steal, or stabled horses, which you can buy at, of course, the stables. Now, horses are going to belong to at least one of 7 categories, each associated with a handling archetype. And the base attributes of a horse depends on the category it belongs to. So, as a rule, riding horses have the lowest attributes and superior horses have the highest. And there are some variations, though. So, in order from worst to best, it goes riding, draft, race, war, work, multi-class, and superior. The ones we want today are superior. The definition for that is rare and expensive horses that possess exceptional attributes. So those are the ones that we are going to be going for today. Those are the ones we want. Now, in addition to those categories, horses also have different handling attributes. There's 4 types: heavy, standard, race, and elite. The ones we obviously want are race horses and elite horses. So those are also the categories we're going to be looking for. Now, 2 things that also determine the performance of a horse is its weight, something you might not have considered, but this is determined how often you feed it. It has a parameter range of 0 to 100. So by default, your horse can be deemed fully fit when its rest weight at 50, and calories that it gains when you feed it increase the weight value. However, extended periods without sustenance will cause it to decrease. So an overweight or a malnourished horse will experience a small reduction in their top speed, so you do not want to neglect or overindulge your mount. Same with cleanliness as well. Your horse is going to gradually become dirty and get excessive grime, and this is going to be indicated by a red brush appearing in the health core icon and increases the meter drain by 25%. So the best way to do it is to just brush your horse or ride it through a suitable body of water and it will become clean. So anyways, let's get on to the 3 types of horses we want to focus on for this video. We'll also talk about a free option that a lot of you guys might already have. This will depend on the version of the game that you actually bought. So according to Rockstar, there are 3 extremely rare types of horses in the wild in this game. There are 2 that can be found within the map: the White Arabian and the Tiger-Striped Bay Mustang. So I'll actually show you guys this map on the screen right now. You can see that it has all the different breeds of horses in game: American Standardbred, Morgan, Nakota, Kentucky Saddler, American Paint, Appaloosa, Tennessee Walker, American Thoroughbred, Mustang, Hungarian Halfbred, Arabian Whitecoat, and the Mustang Tiger-Striped Bay. So those last 2 can only be found in 2 locations. The Arabian Whitecoat can be found in this spot on the map, which is in the northwestern part, sort of when you start the game near this lake. And then the Mustang Tiger-Striped Bay Coat, that can only be found in the part of the map that you cannot access in the beginning, in the very southern part of the map. So that one is a little bit tougher to get to. So I would say your best option at the start or even the midway point of the game is going to be the Arabian Whitecoat. Now there is that 3rd mysterious horse called the Splashed White American Paint. Now this specimen does not have a set location. Instead, it randomly spawns at ambient campfires around the world where hostile campers await. I have yet to see one of those. I also don't know where I would find one. They're not located on the map. But those are your 2 options to get free horses at the start. Now, in order to catch a wild horse, you're going to have to capture it. So we're going to do that right now. So there's 2 ways you can go about doing it. You can first approach while locked on with a lasso, or you can walk as slowly as you can, taking every opportunity to calm it with either square or X. Now, once in close proximity, you can mount the horse and initiate a rodeo sequence. So your goal here is to stay on the horse's back by tilting the left stick in the opposite direction to where it pulls. And if you manage to stop it from bucking you off, ride it for a while and pat it by pressing left on the stick, like clicking in L3, and it will soon be tamed and become a temporary horse. Now, to claim it as your primary horse, you're then going to need to equip it with your saddle. Now, sort of a quick word of advice here. I was hunting this horse with a pretty good horse, which is another one we're going to be talking about, the war horse. And I don't know if I've lost it or not, because when I returned to my stable, it was not there. So really quickly, before we get into the Arabian white coat, the war horse that you get for having the special edition and ultimate edition of a game, that is an amazing horse right at the start. Like as soon as you unlock the stables, go get that horse. It was the one I was using at the beginning of this video. It's in the racehorse category, so it's going to have race handling archetypes, and it's going to have really high speed and acceleration, just lower stamina and health. That is a great free horse that I'm sure many of you guys already have. However, this horse, the Arabian white coat, is even better. Now, the reason I was saying I was having issues with it is because I think I lost that horse when I was traveling back to go get the war horse. Like I lost it and now it's not in my stable. So is it just in another location? Is it gone forever? Did it die? I don't know. I mean, this horse is going to be replacing the one that I had, but at the end of the day, it's still kind of sad that I invested money in that and end up losing it. So once you've gotten it back to the stable, now you're going to want to apply some upgrades to this horse. So as you can see here, by default, it has elite handling. It has almost 3/4 of the bar all the way up with speed and acceleration. You can see the type is superior, coat is white. Now, my gender was female. I don't know if it matters, like if males have, some stat that females don't better or vice versa. I'm not sure, but the one I found was female. Now, there's actually only one thing you can do to upgrade the horse itself, and that is to change the stirrups. So even though you might not love the look, it does affect core drain rate. And you can see it has an impact on speed and acceleration there if you do make those upgrades. So that is something to consider as well. Everything else you can do is purely cosmetic. It won't have an impact on the sort of performance of the horse itself. And of course, all of that will go up as you bond more with the horse. By default, it is going to be at its lowest bond level. And in case you guys don't know, you can get a horse to a bond level of 4. So it starts at 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And with that, you're going to unlock a ton of new features. You're going to unlock better performance stats for the horse itself. Now, a couple of quick tips when it comes to catching a horse like this. Number one, it is kind of difficult. I mean, they're rare horses for a reason, so keep that in mind. It might take you a couple of tries. With this horse, though, it's very important that if you get knocked off, you pay attention to where it's going. The horse is white, the snow is white, it's going to blend in, it's super easy to lose it. If you do lose track of it, you're going to want to come down off the mountain, maybe do something for a day or two, and then come back up. Because I have noticed that it does take about a day or two to have a horse like this respawn. Speaking of that, there's only also going to be one horse there. Like some of the more common horses, they'll be in a pack. This one is all by itself. So you've really only got one shot at getting the horse you want. And I said this in my earlier video, but it's more important than ever with a horse like this that's rare. Please buy Horse Reviver. Like, horse death is permanent. You don't want to have a horse of this caliber and quality end up dying because you ran it off a cliff or something like that. So make sure you have a Horse Reviver. It's super important. At least have one on you at all time. But anyways, that right there is how you can get some of the best free horses in the game, and really early at the start too. Like, I'm still in chapter 2 just because I've been bopping around doing so much stuff. And I've got one of the best horses in the game, and I didn't have to pay a cent for it, which is great. It means you'll save money, and you'll be able to get a really good horse that'll take you from point A to point B and everything else in between. But anyways, that right there is all the information I've got for you guys in this video today. Hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, be sure to leave a like rating on this video. That would be awesome. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily Red Dead Redemption 2 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.